question 1D. So let fx to be that integral, gx be that integral, and let a is greater than 0. Which of the following statements is true? Okay, so well, I think all the statements are concerning like g of f of a and f of g of a, right? Okay, so might be a good idea to actually try to evaluate what fx is and what gx is, right? Because, you know, why not? So let's go. So what is fx? So the thing is that, okay, the thing we have to take care here, you know, is that this x is actually a constant in this integral. You know, we could treat it as a constant in the integral. And why is that? Well, you know, oh no, because this is a variable, you know, oh, it's in a function, so it has to change or whatever it is. Well, I don't care, you know, what fx is, right? Because, you know, this integral is in terms of t, right, with respect to t. So, you know, only the t should be integrated, okay? Anything which is not t has to be treated as a constant, okay? So, in that case, let's try to integrate this. So, well, not the hardest integral to evaluate, hopefully. So, this gives us a third x squared t cubed, right, from 1 to 0, which leaves us with a third x squared. Cool, a third x squared. Quite nice. Okay, and g of x. Now, g of x is less tricky because, you know, the x is on the you know, on the limits this time. So again, straightforward integration from x to 0, which gives 1/3 x cubed. Okay, so in that case, we've got f and g of x, right? F of x and g of x. Okay, so now let's do, okay, g of f. What is g of f? G of f is what? 1/3 x squared cubed, right? And that is what? That is, well, 1 on 3 to the 4, x to the 6, right, by just the laws of indices and stuff like that. Okay, hopefully I didn't make a mistake there. And f of g is 1/3 1/3 x cubed squared, which is 1 on 3 to the 3 x to the 6. Cool. So in that case, you know, we've got g of f and we've got f of g. And we see that, okay, x to the 6 is actually the same, right? Well, you know, technically we're chucking in a, so, you know, just treat x as big A, okay? I can't be asked to, you know, rewrite the thing. So let's see which one's bigger. Well, you know, this one has an extra 1/3 factor, right? The g of f, you know, is 1 on 81, or, you know, 1 on 3 to the 4, you know. So g of f has to be smaller than, you know, f of g, right? And why is that? Now, this is actually not rigorous. What I just said was actually not enough to prove, right? Because, you know, x to the 6, if x to the 6 was actually some negative number, then hey, you know, f of g should be the smaller one, right? So, you know, but we know that, you know, x to the 6 is always positive, right? Because it's an even power. Okay, so, you know, when we prove something in mathematics, you know, think about if it's enough. Okay, so we're saying that, okay, g of f has to be smaller than f of g. So in that case, B is the correct answer. Cool.